You're listening to DJ Joker on Copy Me Radio.
Yo, what up? It is Sunday evening. You're listening to DJ Joker and Mazanga von Batman on Copy Me Radio across the interweb on all the platforms that we do this on. So if you're listening, get in touch. Real DJ Joker on Facebook and Twitter and Mazanga respectively as well. We're going to be playing music, talking nonsense, and, you know, that's about it really. We don't think any further forward than that. Maybe we should. Who knows? Let us know. I can imagine. I can imagine chapter 2. I was the second gunman on the grassy knoll.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody knew it was me, but I've to be honest, I've had my part in Grassy Knoll. Not like in that properly in the '60s, but I've done my share of, you know. I served 19 years and 8 months. You know, it's
Wow.
yeah, and that's in addition to the civilian life too. So I got my shit to deal with. I deal with it as well as I can, and I just don't appreciate any more shit to deal with. You know what I'm saying? I mean, really simple. My cuppeth runneth over, as they saith in church. You know?
It's an interesting church. That's all I can say.
Well, welcome me, brother. You know, because again, I recognize sometimes in the tone and the non-communication what is going on with you, and I can only imagine sometimes. But
that's the best thing to do, because
themselves,
whatever you're imagining is so much
in.
better, so much better. I mean, if you could imagine I'm like a secret agent, and you know, and like swinging from rooftops and things, that'd be awesome. That's what I'm actually doing. Yeah.
Well, that's not what I'm thinking, because I'm more on the basic human level of comic book name in real life.
Yeah.
You know,
The old alter ego.
Why? Exactly, and why and where and a lot of stuff. But you're like you. I don't know. I was watching a broadcast to do an edit or some shit, and you're like, you know what? You're the most. You tell me I'm the most anonymous person that you've ever met. No, Mr. DJ Joker, you are one of the most anonymous people that I have ever met. You know what I'm saying?
In that case.
And I even kidnapped my kid's old telephone just to be all right, man. I'll let the dude see my face so he knows that it's not like a hallucination or something bad or nothing. You know what I mean? So.
Oh dear! Welcome to Planet Copy Me, everyone. It's Sunday.
Yeah.
It's not even 7:15 yet, and the conversation is massively deep this evening. So get on board. We're over on Discord. There's a link in the up here. There's a link
All
above
over,
us.
yeah. Up above us, either that or down below us.
Yeah.
Or they could go to copymeradio.net and press whatever link suits their fancy and go wherever they would like to go to watch the show and listen to the one and only DJ Joker.
And of course, Mazanga von Badman. We're actually looking at Agent X in the house. Whoop whoop.
Yes,
whoop,
yes.
whoop.
Well, last week he came in late and he commented that he was sorry, he was busy with real life shit, and he was enjoying our show right now. And I gave him a couple of different options where to watch it at. So
Brilliant.
Yes.
Brilliant. He brought a note. Did he bring a note? He went, yeah, I had bad diarrhea or something.
He brought an honorable meme. And yeah, yeah.
We accept payment in meme form.
Yes, for everything almost. I wish life worked like that. Crap, I get the old computer working again.
Yeah.
I'd be a millionaire.
Well, we've even got the Agent X says hi on the video thing, because you gave me that magical chat box thing that I remember to use again. So
yeah, I've something even more interesting than that. I've found like a on page kind of the whole chat room kind of can scroll up and the side and not just one popping comment at a time.
I've got
so let's say yeah,
I feel a bit like a cowboy at the moment. I just need a hat as well and one of those cap guns. Bang, 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 bang.
You had one back of you. A fedora will do just as nice.
No, that's what that's. Does it really disguise your voice that much? Give me your money or else. Give me your money or else. I don't think it makes a huge difference, actually.
But you know what does make a difference? A stocking makes a difference.
Yes.
A stocking mask, that would make a difference. So they would say, okay, you have to wear a mask, and you put a stocking mask on. Does that count?
Just not fishnets. That's what I've heard anyway.
Oh, yeah, right. Your nose pokes through. They know who you are. They knows who you are.
It is very true. They do know who we are. It doesn't matter whether I wear a mask or not, to be honest, does it?
No, it doesn't. I'll be honest. I've seen what they do in China, and I'm sure CCTV could do exactly the same thing.
Oh, there's a joke about facial recognition. There, all the riots, and they could only identify 5 people, but thanks to facial recognition. I'll let you join the dots on that one whilst we play this next track. It's called Symbiosis. It's by Enrico Sanguinario, and I've been practicing my pronunciation. So there.
Good on ya.
Great meme right at the moment with SpongeBob. You can't go wrong with a SpongeBob meme. There's literally a meme for every occasion with SpongeBob. Yes. Doesn't matter what it is. There is something in there. Cooking, cleaning, going into space. He's got a meme for everything.
Absolutely.
So we've got the Welcome to the Future meme going on at the moment, which we particularly like. But I was just sharing with Maz, and also a quick shout out to all of our French listeners. Bonjour. Ça va?
Ça va, oui, bien.
Très bien. So, guess what I've been doing in my spare time?
Learning other menu items other than pomme frite.
Yes, I have. I actually now am able to say l'orange, which means orange.
Especially on the duck. Especially on the duck.
But look at this, right? So here we go. Because I don't mind sharing this because it makes no difference in my world. But look, there's me. That's me on the French learning leaderboard. Look where I am. Yeah.
Oh, so they even have like a contest for it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Nice.
So there's me, and there's loser Fernando, who was chasing me for quite a while, and then he gave up when he realised that he has no idea who I am.
It's all because of the schooling that you got, man.
Absolutely, and the lovely Vivian, whoever she is. So here's the premise. So basically, you go through each one of these things, and look, I'm going to scroll down the screen a bit here, just so you can see it. It goes on for. I mean, this is gonna take me a while. This isn't a I'll be done by next Tuesday sort of thing. You know, this is an ongoing thing for me to mess around with.
When you take a tour of France and go to the Louvre and read everything.
Yeah, I'm going to be able to go to the Boulangerie, and I am going to be able to order le pain. You see.
Dude, you got to work on the French accent. Do they have something for the French accent?
Well, maybe they do. Hang on a second. Right, so let's have a look. This is
funny.
Obviously, we're playing music in the background. So this is the premise. So basically, then you start this, and then it then comes up and it starts to test you. And if it ever bloody loads.
So this would be like the French Pokemon Go with.
It is. That's a good way of describing it. Yeah. So I believe that I just heard the word prix. So I will, and I'm correct. Get in. So there you go. That's the first thing.
Too bad I can't hear that. All right.
The price of the apple. Could it be 1, le prix de la pomme? Could it be le coût de banana? Banane, sorry. Or could it be le prix dans la pomme? So, is it de la pomme, or is it de la sol, or is it dans la pomme?
I say run DMC, man.
Yeah.
I say number 1.
De la pomme. Yeah, get in.
Wheat.
Okay, so now I've got to do, I think that's
Wheat.
That's that one. So you can't hear that, unfortunately, then.
That's all right. Though.
Okay.
I believe you. You can repeat it, though. Does everybody hear it?
I think so, yeah. Let's hope so.
Oh, cool.
Could be a very shit part of the show, otherwise.
So
hang on.
Keep it down a little bit so you don't get blocked and people actually can get an education.
Yeah, exactly. Right, hang on. I need to play this and listen to it.
8 euros, s'il vous plaît.
Okay, 8 euros, please. There we go. Get in! Look at this. I'm learning, Maz. I'm learning a skill here.
That's so funny.
So when I'm off doing my secret agent thing that we discussed earlier...
Yeah. yes.
I'll be in France and blending in with the locals because I'm able to say it's 8 euros, which is
it's 8 euros for pomme.
C'est 8 euros.
8 euros.
Get in.
Les pommes. 8 euros? Non possible.
Look at this though. Apparently my hard work is paying off.
Ça coûte 2 euros.
Oh God, what does that mean?
You were a happy ending.
Ça means this. And coot. Costs. Yeah, 2 euros. There we go. Yes.
Nice.
I'm so pleased.
How do you say, can I please have a big bag of weed?
Je voudrais un weed du grand, s'il vous plaît.
S'il vous plaît, oui.
Enough. I may have got the word, I may have got weed wrong, but the rest of it I think is right.
Le boeuf, they would probably call it. Yeah, le boeuf.
So we need to know what the price of flour is. Le prix de la flower. Oh, this might be wrong. I'm not feeling confident about this. Yes.
Combien ça coûte?
And then there's an exercise where you have to just basically say, this is what I can hear. So,
Okay.
Combien ça
My
coûte?
mother says what?
combien ça coûte?
Coûte.
They don't ask you what it means. They just tell you like to repeat it.
Yeah. Some of it is. Yeah, it's a question of it gets your listening skills. So you identify what the words are, and you're able to differentiate it. And then
You
they
know
tell.
what I would be able to love to find? They have a test in Australia to become a citizen,
Yeah.
and they test your English by playing you a recording of probably the most fucked up Australian accent that they can find, and you
Really?
have to understand what they say, write it down on a piece of paper, and give it
Combien?
in. That's like one of the citizenship tests.
Coûte.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that something a little bit on the harsh side? I'm sorry, I distracted
I
you.
got
that
this-
was my fault.
I got this from. Well, no, it's one of these that French people talk backwards. So I might say, "Look, there's a car. It's red," and they'll say, "Look, there's the red car."
It's a red car,
Yeah.
yes.
So this is one of those where I've got my combien and my coûte round the wrong way, which can sometimes be painful.
Yeah, and there is no
C'est
proof
combien?
for that.
C
We
apostrophe.
must be
Eh,
careful.
combien?
I've got that
Le
one
prix
right.
de la robe.
All right, I've got to say this one, so no talking a second. Le prix de la robe. Oh, it wants to use my microphone. Hang on, I need to do that. So, le prix de la robe. La robe. La robe.
La robe.
Yes.
La
Eventually,
robe. putain.
it's because of the background music that we're playing.
They almost gave you a copyright warning.
Right, check this. Right, si sac, and then something, and then sept ou wheat something. So I think it's the sac, and I think it's costs. I forgot what sept actually means, but there we go. But there's a huit in
Huit.
there, so I reckon that's euros.
It's one of the numbers. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Nice. Right, so what did I get right? I got this round the wrong way earlier, so it's
Ça.
coûte
Coûte. Combien?
combien. There we go.
Always got to put your coot first.
Yes. If you put your coot first, you'll be fine. So hope you enjoyed that.
Look
So,
at you.
so there I am. No, I don't want to try. No, see this one. No, I'm not paying for anything. It's the internet. Bugger off.
Exactly. That's what they did to me on that broadcast thing. You know, ooh, money. I'm like, what? You said this was for free.
Yeah, you said free. We know what free means. We're not stupid.
Boy, do I know what free means.
So there you go. So you get all of these different, at work, food, at home, city, travel, restaurants.
That's pretty cool.
It is. There's where's my there's a thing here somewhere.
Does somebody look at you awkwardly, like when you make a mistake and judgmentally judge you? Like,
Yes. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
There's a little cartoon character that kind of looks at you and goes, "Well, are you stupid?" Or even worse, it's like, "What did you say?"
screw you, roast beef, huh?
Yeah. Ha hee ha. So very soon,
that's-
all of our French listeners will be able to listen to me literally going, "Bonjour, es DJ Joker, copy me radio." Sunday.
A
I
la
can't remember.
internet.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. See, it's words you don't realise that aren't the same. United States of America are not that. I had no idea. It's like
No, it's different.
United States or something. It's bizarre.
You know what? I would even dare you to try my language or one of the languages in the area around me.
Pig
And
Latin.
that would kind of be Latin. That's too close to home, buddy. No. You learned that in the schoolboy years. I remember those movies
Oh,
with
it's-
the boys in the Latin class in England.
Well, yes, we all have to learn Latin at some point, even though it's a dead language.
Well, not so dead, to be honest. It's kind of funny how not dead it is.
Oh, I'm really annoyed. I don't
maybe a
know.
lot
There's a thing on
now,
here that tells you your progress, and it's supposed to tell you how many words you've learned, and it's always really cool. And I've looked at it a couple of times and gone, "Hey, I've learnt some words.
Not bad.
Um,
Not bad.
but yeah, I don't know where that is. I'm going to have to look elsewhere.
Interactivity has always been a key, I guess.
Yeah. But, so there you go. I
would always rather kind of learn through conversation with somebody who's like willing to take the time to do the translation.
There's not many native French speakers in the local area.
Well, no, I'm just saying any language which I would, you know what I mean? The French speaker, we got thousands or hundreds of languages living on the same block. I hear them singing at night. It's crazy shit. Oh, I wanted to record that karaoke. Dude.
I was just about to say.
They were blasting it like 3 nights ago until like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God, man. Oh, my God. You know what? You would have had a baby. I'm telling you. It was like the most miserable thing that you could like go through. And they're like rocking the house, throwing the mic in between the worst ones. It was, man, people should need licenses to do stuff like that.
Actually, wouldn't that be great? You go to the post office and you say, yes, can I help you? Yeah, I'd like to get my karaoke license, please. All right, that's no problem. Can you just fill out this form? And we'd like you to sing a Tom Jones number of My Delilah.
In the back. Exactly, auditions in the back. Are you ready with...
Did you bring a tape? Did you bring a tape, or will you be doing it live over the counter?
Jesus Christ, you've been there. You've been there. You know what it's like. Really? Yeah, I used to be horrible. Audition around the back, waiting the line. Get out of here, man. It ain't mine. I ain't blowing nobody.
I've still got right. So I found it now. So I have learned in the last week 437 words.
Can you like? Okay, so it says that you've learned, but have you learned 400 in actual?
I certainly recognise them, and and most of them I will go, oh yeah, I know what that is.
Oh my God,
very
good.
The biggest problem is this. Okay, the same word, but if you're a man and a woman, you've got masculine and feminine, and then you've got plural, and so you can have the same word that sounds exactly the same, but actually it's just spelt differently, which I just think is a bit of a crock, to be honest with you. You know, it's just one of those things. I just think, come on, guys, just overhaul your language. You don't need to have all of this complexity.
Well, I have like this huge theory on the French language that it's absolutely just for barbarians, because they have no verbiage. You can't really get good shit going. And it's very, very thin line defined. And not only that, it's like a modern day conglomerate of a French that they're embarrassed of and nobody uses. But it is like the cool French to know old French, because I like old French words because they say a lot in a word.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm sure you'll never get the word bon in your quiz ever. And that's like a very old word. You know, and again, it's not a very nice word either. If somebody knows what a bon l'air is, you know what I'm saying?
It's a type of nail, isn't it?
More or less, yes.
Okay, cool.
It's like an action of a nail, yes, yes.
So yeah, that's been my thing. The proof will be when I come to the next kind of test thing, because what I've noted is initially it gives you all the answers, and then slowly but surely it's type in the answer, and then it's like type in the one word that's missing, and then it's
memorization of the, like, how you write it. Okay.
And then it's type in the sentence, and then it's don't forget your accents, and it's like, whoa, I can see this gets.
I'd be like, fuck you, you ain't my mother. No. I'd start having issues with that.
Totally missing the point.
Talking, verbalization, understanding, reading maybe, but you know, hey man, only so much a foreign boy can do. You know what I'm saying?
I just like the idea of finally getting round to being able to string a sentence along in a different language and actually learning something out of the outside of the norm, basically, for me. So
I'm with you. It's like you began at the gym and now it's the norm. So Now you could talk to all the French people in the gym.
Exactly, exactly. I can tell people in French to get 6 feet away from me.
Yeah, you should actually do more of that, like talking French.
Je n'ai pas
purpose.
touch me.
Je n'ai pas touch me, I break your face.
As long as I do it in that outrageous accent. Hey, I told them we already got one.
Hey, wait, Pierre, you okay for me, Jack? But it's good to learn stuff. I'm happy for you, man. It's kind of a fun way to do it, I guess. But yeah, too much would be like spelling and then that's never been an important part. That's what you got spell check for, man.
Exactly.
If you can remember to use it, you know what I'm saying? I'm not embarrassed in my stupidity. My fingers move too fast. I miss keys.
I will say
okay.
my fingers are too fat. That's what I say. They're too fat. That's why I smash the keyboard and hope for the best.
I hope for the best. Yeah, one finger in the middle of 4. All right, whatever, man. Close enough. That's what I've always said. Close enough for government work. Yes, the main.
It's all good stuff. So we have got just one person in the Discord chat, and it's great that he's on board. I'm just going through everything that's been posted since we stopped talking about Discord. Me figuring out how the government prints money, runs out of money and has to shut down. Yes.
Sense of our listening audience.
I kind of like that idea. I've never quite understood why the government just doesn't say, right, today everyone, we've decided to print a bit more money because it's a made up thing. We made this up. It's not tangible or real. Value is placed on it by us. So we've decided everyone from tomorrow is a millionaire. Nip down to the bank. Your bank account will automatically have £1 million in it. Or if you don't have a bank account, here's a voucher that you can then open up a bank account with and enjoy. Have a nice day. But no.
This is like the end of World War II. Everybody was a millionaire. It ain't always the greatest fucking thing, man. I mean, if you're thinking the big picture, bread costs you $6 million and you're a millionaire, Ain't that great? That's just my look on things.
We're in Nigerian prince territory there, aren't we? It's
pretty much. Hello there, pretty lady. My cousin with leukemia is feeling very sick. Yes.
There's some strong political messaging going on this evening, Agent X. Are you okay?
He's feeling a bit political. I think that one was because of the show last week about the condoms. To be honest, I think he listened very well and was feeling.
I have to say.
Thingy, that was like God Almighty.
That was my listen back in a car journey the other day, and I was thoroughly enjoying the whole story.
Yep.
It's a good one when you laugh at your own jokes a week later because you just know how funny it is.
Absolute hilarity, and you know what? These are the kind of people that I'm like, what the fuck was he thinking? I would love to understand those kind of people. I mean, okay, good idea and everything, but like seriously.
I have a great idea for business. Hear me out now.
Diddy Mao. Even better. That was like, yeah, and it all tied in with the deer hunter, which we were talking about in the beginning. I saw how you got that in there.
That's got to be one of the best off the cuff segues we have ever done. I have to say, it's up there.
That was some expert tap dancing, I must say. Yes.
Agent X has put a meme up for you. It says, "I'm getting older is such an adventure. Like, is this a chest pain, indigestion, or a heart attack? I can't wait to see it for my life in an hour."
Yes to all the above. Yes to all the above. Yes to all the above. And you know what? I kind of figured out the whole end of it was like my body was just like, fuck you, you're an asshole. You deserve to suffer some more. And it wouldn't. I swear to listen, it was like one of the most incredible sensations that you've ever felt in your life. And shit ain't going to be good, to be honest. And I mean, I've been in those situations before, but wow, this was like on a really, really personal level, Wow.
So somebody was poking you with a red hot poker, weren't they? They were literally, having a go.
Yeah. What? Hey, man. As long as I'm here to have a go at, yeah, fair game, man. Except for bitches. They're not in the club. I become allergic. I've decided I need a monastery, and that's what I'm thinking of calling the next place, the monastery.
That would be good. You could stick a cross on the top as well, and put a little circle on the top, just for the aesthetics.
Like a big K. It would be a big K, and then I'd try and get it recognized as a church, so I could get tax write-offs and shit like that. and then we could spend the money and have the big show, and that's a Rodney Dangerfield kind of.
Yeah, we could do the whole. We should just, all we got to do is do a couple of shows with the whole lay your hands on the screen, lay your hands on the screen, and just a bit of that. My only worry is that you'll have Kellogg's coming after you. That's my only worry. If you're going to stick a big special K on the top of your on the top of your church.
Be the Kellogg's K, it would be the Copy Me K, which is totally different.
I don't know.
I don't know if you could actually, you know what? I wonder if you could even fucking trademark that shit. If it's that I could trademark it if I wanted to, and if it hasn't been, that would be hilarious.
And then sue Kellogg's retrospectively.
Yeah. Just because
using your religious icon.
Yeah, standing. Yes. Not only that, it's because Sony started this. I'm taking it out on Kellogg's. You know what I mean? Total misdirective aggression and everything psychologically wrong with it. Yeah, I want to do that. I want to display my maladies and not keep them to myself anymore.
Wow.
That's why I kind of miss good old days of the internet, to be honest.
Gotta love the internet. What do we got here? I hug the people I hate, so I know how big to dig the hole in my backyard.
Yes, makes total sense.
I totally misread that initially. I won't even share with you what I thought it said.
I kid, because no punctuation. This is our thingy. There should be some
commas
included in that, or else it's pretty lewd and lascivious if I don't read correctly.
So I know how. I didn't read. So I know how big to dig. I read, so I know how something was big. And then something about the hole, and then at that point I'm thinking, no, reread that. You're reading something completely different. And,
Mon Dieu, this is not the class in France. This is English.
Yeah, I was reading it backwards.
I got that French accent down, unfortunately.
You've got the annoying French accent down. That's what the problem is, isn't it?
That's what they all sound like, dude.
Incredible.
And it's BLE.
Although I've still got enough basic German in my head, so I could always hold a conversation and ask people where the Verkehrmann is in German.
Stop it! Just because you listen to Kraftwerk and Ein, zwei, Polizei, that doesn't mean
Entschuldigen Sie bitte, wo ist der Verkehrsamt? Bitte.
Oh, very nice. It's better than your French accent.
It is definitely, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm not too bad with the German accent. I probably know more German than I probably give myself credit for.
Well, it's that English thing that you have with the German people, and actually the royal family. You should be able to speak their language at least.
Well, to be fair, it was all about growing up and watching those World War II films. I actually thought we were still at war when I was in school, and so I thought, well, I'm gonna have to learn German. So when I'm a spy, I can blend in with the local population. I mean, you see a pattern appearing here, don't you?
Do so. I do so.
Yeah.
And I hear the guitar solo too. Ding, 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 ding.
Guten Tag, guten Tag, mein Herr.
Alles klar? Ja.
Wo ist der Juden? It's that all kind of. I was ready to blend in, being an SS Gestapo person and everything, and
bit macht frei, baby.
I really do believe sometimes I'm just born out of time. I was just a bit late, I could have done the end of that. I could have done the 60s. I'd have rocked in the 60s without a doubt.
Yeah. Well, everybody kind of like rocked in the 60s. Either that or they like were the square. You know what I mean? The square. I don't know about that, but yeah, Born Out of Time, I could definitely.
Do you know what? As I've just been talking to you, and you said about the guitar, I've just looked up my guitar, and guess what I found? I found my earphones that I hung up there earlier. Here they are.
Nice. See?
Yeah.
Listen, I know I'm awesome sometimes, and I totally accept the fact, but others don't recognize that.
I just had a moment of, oh yeah, my guitar's up there.
There you go.
There they are.
But that's the way we like it to happen, though. I mean, you know, that's the sign of a good show. Nothing is under our control.
Angry cat meme, but it's really small, so that's rubbish. Well, that's a good one.
It disappoints me. Yes.
I can hear that in the voice of the Emperor from Star Wars. That's the kind of thing I think he would say. What doesn't kill you disappoints me.
Either that or a Yoda voice would be kind of funny backwards.
Yeah.
Me
Disappoints me.
What?
What kill you doesn't? I don't know.
No, I just read Yoda backwards. It would be totally backwards. I don't even put the effort in. Just the voice. Backwards. Make sense of what you will, young man. Yeah.
Brilliant.
That's a good way to be a parent too. You know, give the wrong answer.
Oh, all the time.
I know we've been over this. Yeah, it's acceptable.
But we always get the blowback, which is, can you ever be serious? Honestly.
Yeah, I can, but never with you. Sorry, and you should know that by now. 5,000 times later. But that's part of the lesson. You know?
I wonder if we can just catch this on camera. 1 second.
Oh, man. Yeah, that sounds nice. That's it. I heard that. I heard the last drop fall.
I've got to get some WD-40 on the microphone stand. That was a bit squeaky. I've just noticed. It's supposed to be a silent microphone stand.
Well, it was when it was new, I'm sure.
Yeah. Now it's got.
Oh, your stand needs new bushings, lad.
It's got as many squeaks and aches as you, I imagine.
You know what? Sometimes the chair moves. I'm like, ow! And I'm like, oh no, that didn't hurt. Yeah. You know, because it makes noises like that.
It is brilliant. It is brilliant. So let's have a quick look around then. So over on Spreaker, let's see if anyone's actually chatting to us there. They're probably not. Although something weird has happened, because I've realised that Radio Vendetta's Twitter account has been taken down. That's Radio_Vendetta as opposed to Radio Vendetta, which is slightly different. So they've been very naughty, obviously. They've done something.
How naughty can you be on Twitter other than like violate their terms?
Which, to be fair, half the crap that's on there. I mean, they're
this is what I'm saying.
They're a bit more relaxed than Facebook. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Well, you know, like it's kind of funny about the German. I have a friend I know. He put by work we are free in German. He wrote it in text on his Facebook thingy. He got banned for 30 days just for that. Dude, I posted a broadcast that they let go from 2.5, 3 years ago or something like that. And that got marked as spam, and I had to argue with Facebook over that. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous.
I'm just shaking my head at the screen because there's a meme where you have to shake your head to see what it says.
Probably go there is no God or something like that. I don't even have to. There is no God. I don't even have to shake my head. Oh, yes, I get it. Physically shake your head. Yes. Oh, it's like that old Indian chant, you know, that it goes, oh, wah, and they have to repeat. You want to do the old Indian chant?
Go on then. I have no idea what that is.
In Indian, the American Indians, they used to dance around the
Oh,
fire and pray to their God.
that sort of thing. You mean?
So,
Hey
yeah,
yo, hey, hey,
so-
hey. Bit of folk singing. Hey,
Wah.
hey, yo, hey, hey.
Yeah,
That's-
but you gotta know the words. So the words Owa, Tagu, Siam. And then you get the person to repeat it quickly.
I like this one.
Dude, it's awesome. Yeah, it is. Oh, there you go.
Full of amazing content coming through this evening. That's for sure.
But I've gotten my rights violated, and I called lawyers for you. They said, go stuff it. That's not so like, hey, that ain't fair, man.
So somebody wrote a very long letter and said, "No, we are not happy with this."
Wow, I did, and it didn't help me at all. They said this, even the lawyer said that telling the person "fuck you" was obscene, and I'm like, no, that's not obscene. That's called freedom of fucking speech. Obscenity is describing a sex act. I didn't describe any sex act. I just told him to go fuck himself. They refused to talk to me. All right, well, thanks for violating my rights. And this is like somebody who supposedly knows the law. Isn't that incredible? I love my life. Hate it. I blame the heart attack, I'm telling you. It's all the heart attack's fault. I got to make a meme for that.
Yeah, that would be actually good, actually. Yeah. If in doubt, blame the heart attack.
Blame the exactly.
Yeah.
We used to have a saying in the army. It's if in doubt, C4.
I like that. I was talking to C4 on a scale of C4 to plasticine. How childish are you?
I'm very childish because C4 goes boom and plasticine doesn't do anything.
What was it?
You know?
I think the meme was, it's something along the lines of, the fact that silly putty exists, surely there should be a serious putty. And someone wrote, there is. It's called C4. There you go.
C4, yeah. Nice.
There was something else in my head then as well, and it's not fallen out, which means it's stuck in there for a little while. It'll come back to me in a few minutes, though.
Wait, this will be entertaining now. They knock it out the good side. The other side's all blocked. I gotta. Yeah. Maybe we'll talk about the guitar again, and then you'll remember not only the earphones, but what you forgot.
Yeah, because I was looking. Hang on, let's see if we can make this fall on my head.
What have you got there?
That really did happen. There we go. Look.
Oh, the guitar.
I'm trying to think.
Doom, 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 doom.
There it is. It's that one. Ready? You just about hear it. There you go. Now what I've got to try and do is hit that background. Yeah, so something horrible happened there, because as I reached up, I've managed to knock the other camera. So now the interesting camera angle is even more interesting than usual, because I think it's I don't know what it's pointing at actually.
The tippy top of the desk.
Yeah, it's up there somewhere.
There we go.
There it is. Whatever that is. I don't know where in my room that is, to be honest. But there you go.
That's awesome how you move the camera like that.
Yeah. Oops.
There it is.
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Well, I like the guitar solo totally fit.
Well, there you go. I just wanted to prove that I can play the most easiest James Bond riff in the world.
It was absolutely awesome and totally, the point.
That's the sort of thing I learned when I was like 8 years old. It was kind of like, I can probably play this 3-note riff.
Well, everybody starts somewhere, right?
Exactly.
And then they go to the House of the Rising Sun and shred the shit out of it.
Absolutely, yeah. And they do that properly.
I know. They do that.
Do you know, my camera is so far away, I can't even get my hand in the shot. No, that would be dangerous. I'm looking up because I'm looking up because it's up there, and to go up there.
Where's that goddamn broomstick? Where you need it, right?
Yeah. I don't think
I always have the cane.
I'm looking around for an implement.
Yeah, I see. Maybe James Bond. Come on, man. Go get your arm.
Okay. What could possibly go wrong?
We're gonna become acrobats and break our coccyx. Please don't. Headphone cables. There you go.
I'm okay.
There you go.
Whew.
Happy you fixed that chair like you were supposed to, right?
It is the most
Well,
solid
the
thing
one-
in this house.
Other than thyself, honorable one, please.
All this technology is making us antisocial is the meme that I'm looking at the moment. This is interesting though, because look at all these people reading
Yeah.
newspapers.
Yeah.
It's a travesty.
Absolutely ridiculous. You should have an audiobook form, goddammit.
Yes.
I even don't like that. I much prefer, read a newspaper. Well, I mean, propaganda sheets, but yes, read.
I don't know what happened there.
Unless this dude is doing all the voices by himself,
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting.
you should listen. Then you should listen.
I think that it really is one of those great things. Although I had a real funny moment because I've got everything on obviously on a NAS drive, and it stopped working. I was like, oh my god, it stopped working. That's where all the good stuff is. So after having a mental breakdown for 2 minutes, I realised I just switched it off. Nothing more interesting than that. Literally, I'd knocked the off button.
That's like, you're very lucky because I have a bunch of stuff in storage and I tried to get it running and it scared the crap out of me and I didn't want to try it again because I don't want to, you know what I mean? And it's like, oh man, didn't look good, didn't want to start, and that means you got to recover a whole bunch of stuff. So
Yeah,
that's hardcore.
That can always be bad. Right,
Well, I remember that virus that was around the internet. I was a victim of that before
Yeah.
it was even a thing. You remember?
I do, and what do we
And
have?
I don't do stupid stuff either on the internet, so that was kind of like pre-planned, and somebody knew exactly what to do. So I've been very suspicious of people since then.
Yeah, no, I totally understand that. A good
Well,
bit of healthy suspicion never hurts anyone. All right, maybe it did.
I'll just tell you, man, the internet's a dangerous fucking place. It ain't no playground. People think it's like, it ain't no playground. There's some.
Well, the thing is,
Really?
the thing is, you have the internet people, and then you have the original internet people, and then you have the original internet people, and the original internet people know better, but it's the current ones that have no clue.
No, they don't. They really don't. They don't. They like to play with dangerous things. Very dangerous.
There's a program actually on Netflix at the moment, and it's called something like The Social Dilemma, I think it is, or Social something or other. And there's a lot of these high-powered CEOs who have come out of these large corporations like Facebook, like Twitter, and they basically said, they don't have a cell phone. They don't let their kids have a cell phone. They don't allow them to be on social media because the amount of data that they are mining from us is incredibly scary. Now, the good thing is the original internet people already keep a level of anonymity on their usage. As you said, you're anonymous, but I may be one of the most anonymous people you've ever met, and that makes sense.
But there are two very different things, though. Too. Again.
Agreed.
Okay, all right. I'm just like, we're having a really, really deep discussion. I don't know how much these people understand of what we're really, really saying.
But here's the thing. Apparently, something that I wasn't completely aware of, there's a lot on the internet of people, or companies, I should say, who are directing you to go to certain sites and do certain things by overloading you with particular advertising, subliminal messages, all that kind of stuff, and getting a little bit of tinfoil hat there. But you get the idea that
There
not
is some mechanism that will, if you let the cookies run And if you let yourself watch the advertisements on anything, it's absolutely insane. I mean, I personally have come upon this problem that the current problem in my life always is with a cell phone.
Yeah.
And the cell phone is always on. It's always connected to the internet, and it writes shit that you say.
Yeah.
It'll send you adverts and emails about private and obscure conversation stuff that is all of a sudden you're getting like, hey, look at this, hey, look at that, and you're like, where the hell? And then they buy a TV in their bedroom that like listens and watches you and are disappointed. No, I'm totally disappointed that you don't like want to come over. You know, it's like, are you kidding me? No. You know, like, I'm so anti all that shit. I don't even use the goddamn Wi-Fi, you know, because I know it can be done over Wi-Fi. I used to do it. I'm Mr. Cable Dude. I love my cables. You know, even on the telephone right now, I'm paying for the data connection because I know what I get with my deal on the telephone.
Actually, I did see this really interesting thing only today, actually. This was a tweet put out by someone, and this woman had basically been stealing Wi-Fi from her next door neighbor. So he hadn't necessarily cottoned on to this, but he found out in a big way because basically he changed the password, his router, whatever, had to reset it. And of course, all of a sudden, the password and the user's been changed. Enter angry short woman knocking on his door. Hello? I need your Wi-Fi password. What you are doing is illegal. And the guy didn't open the door. She literally threatened to murder his dog. Honestly, over a Wi-Fi password. And he's just like, I'm not opening the door. I'm not talking to you. You are a mental woman.
Well, this is why you don't like use Wi-Fi, to be honest, because again, it's how many people do you know that actually get into their router and change the default password, which is like admin, you know? I mean, well, I've taught you better, I hope. You know what I'm saying? You know, because I remember back in the day when Jezza was around, and you know what I'm saying. So
well,
yeah,
the thing is, the first thing you should do is always change your password from admin to 1234. It's easier to remember, and it's also easier to type as well. You can type it one-handed on the numeric keypad, whereas admin's a d, m, a n, which is all over the place.
Right. Takes the less time. Click, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either that or your credit card and with 3 numbers on the back.
Yes, right. Yeah.
Date. That's always a good.
Your mother's maiden name, your favorite shoe size, and the name of your first pet.
You'd be surprised how many of us have those in common.
I love the. Go on.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No. You first. I insist. No, please, after you.
You're just being too polite, and I'm going to take advantage of that. As I was again relating to the passwords, and I'm trying to do the online health thing because after the heart attack, all of a sudden you need these medicines and you need the papers, and I ain't going to go to some place where sick people go and the doctors and that everybody wants to be on the telephone. So go try and remember a password that you didn't put in 20 years ago. You get what I'm saying? The guy's like, I'm sorry, I just can't help you. In the end, I hacked it. I figured it out. You get it?
Yeah.
I figured it out. And it was nothing. Because there was like a blank text field. And some text has to be, so it would be none. And I cracked my own password. Isn't that funny? I mean, that's how ridiculous it is. None.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
So, where are we? We're halfway through the show. That's where we are. There's probably more talking than we are playing music this evening for some reason. I don't know what happened. Why not?
Less variations, maybe.
Yeah.
It's French. Au français.
Au français.
Time.
Oh, hee haw. Hello.
Languages would you think of learning? I don't know. I think Chinese might be like a good thing to know soon.
Hang on.
You know
I saw a YouTube video of a guy who speaks perfect like Chinese. He goes into these Chinese takeaways and then he's like, "What do you recommend?" And
You talk like a Mandarin.
Yeah.
I remember that guy is awesome.
he
He's
is really
good.
good because he's not just getting by. He's fluent slang Chinese.
No. Homeboy knows his. Not only that, he knows it from a specific area too, and he knows a couple of different dialects. So
That's right.
He throws down well. He throws down well. I did enjoy that.
Okay, well, what have we got here? Let's have a look. I'm gonna whip through the different languages. In fact, do you know what I can do, Maz? I can share it on the screen. There we go. Boom.
Oh wow!
So if you are
jealous.
English speaking, and you know what, the one thing that does annoy me about this fucking English speaking parts, excuse my French, is that they have the American flag for English. Now, do you know, not a lot of things get on my nerves, but just because you speak English doesn't mean that that's where it came from. Duolingo.
Right.
There should be a GB flag there. Not the American flag. So anyway, look, going through, look, we got Spanish is their number one.
A record. I would send them an email complaining because that really isn't. Unless it would be then American English, and then you have.
It
the
reminds
proper
me.
British.
It reminds me of the instructions that came with the tool many years ago, and under the instructions for German, instead of the German flag of black, orange, and yellow, there was a Nazi symbol next to German, which somebody got that very wrong when they were translating. But you can learn Japanese, Korean, Chinese is in there. You want to learn Russian. I know some Russian though, thanks to the great movie, The Great Escape. Yavas Lublu.
Yavas Lublu.
Lavas Lublu. And I always remember it because it's the scene. It's the scene where he goes, "What does it mean?" And he goes, "I love you." What bloody good is that? Well, I wasn't planning on using it myself, which is one of the great lines from the film. I can learn Hindi or Arabic. Latin is there, Maz? You showed an interest in Latin earlier.
Latin, yes, the dead languages, they're always good, the ancient ones.
Not so many people learning Norwegian, which is surprising. It's an interesting language, that one. They're like, that's how they talk.
That's the Swedish chef. Stop it.
Come from Norwegian.
Actually, I do know a term in Swedish because I did have a Swedish girlfriend, and it's inget tacka fy. And it
I
means there's nothing to
dread
thank
to go on. I interrupted every syllable then. Go on, say again.
It's inget tacka fy.
Inga
And it means
dinga taka
inget tacka fy.
free.
That's
Okay.
the way they say it. They kind of sing their language kind of thing, eh? And it means it's nothing to thank me for. Like, no skin off of my nose, no shit, no big deal. Not a problem.
Blimey.
So it's, yeah. Well,
She was obviously
you'll
good to you.
Hey, man, at least she taught me some fucking Swedish, you know what I'm saying?
What the hell is High Valerian?
That sounds like something you might need a cream for. I don't know. That would be interesting. What would that be?
I don't know. We're gonna look.
Oh, I'm sure we're gonna find out.
I really didn't want
Welsh.
to. I really didn't want to add it, but
You could learn Welsh, and then you could understand those people who talk funny.
that's on my list. Actually, funnily enough, have you ever wanted to speak like a Tarragon command dragons like Khaleesi Prelo? Now you can learn High Valerians if retreated. Oh, it's some shitty made up language. So let's get rid of that. All right.
I would look for Esperanto better. Is there an Esperanto?
I don't think
But
it's
that's a real language. That's a real language.
Scottish Gaelic, but I can already speak that. Fuck you.
I gotta get a Gaelic.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Fuck you.
We can learn Klingon from Star Trek.
No.
And we've got how about Navajo, which is the language that that they used for coding in World War II. There you go. You're learning stuff today, aren't you?
Talkers, yes.
Yeah. That's they couldn't crack the language because that's how made up it was. And you can also meet all of these wonderful characters.
That's how few talked it, actually. I mean, you know, like think of like the years of all that racism, especially during World War II and everything, to be like, you know, an American Indian and a code talker, that was probably like a fucking achievement in itself, to be honest. Seriously, God, the blacks, they had their own flying, guys, and you know what I'm saying? Everything was basically segregated, to be honest. So that might have been an adventure and a half to be a code speaker. That would have been something.
Yeah. Interesting stuff. I mean, but so if any of those tickle your fancy, then I can kind of recommend this platform because I'm finding it quite interesting and easy to sort of get through. But hey, it may not be for everyone, but that's there's some cool stuff there.
There are a lot of different options there for people who want to learn stuff, and they should pay you a fee now because I mean, hell, man, they're gonna get like so many thousands of people. At least 68,000 are going right now.
Exactly. All the Vibe listeners right now, they just have a huge swell of downloads for this app and everything. Tatar. And,
I sent you a video meme about this the Chinese guy. Does he talk English? Then he started about his animals and do you have sex? Yes, with donkey and elephant and all that stuff. You probably thought,
yes. No, I do remember. It's in the back there somewhere.
I was thinking of sending that to actually to to our boss at Vibe, but I thought better of it. Maybe he's not like a haha kind of dude. So
no,
I mean he's going a crap, I'm sure, and I've even seen he's removed his profile picture.
Yeah, he's very quiet at the moment, actually.
Well, I could understand them, but I don't know. I think we've always been good people to him, kind of thing. I mean, busted bubbles aside and all that shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I should reach out and something like that. That's what I was thinking, basically.
Reach out, and I'll be there.
It took someone in French.
Holly ho.
Touché pour moi.
Oh dear. So to our thousands of French listeners, look, I'm trying. Okay. Get off my case.
Succeeding. Yeah. And it will always be bonjour.
Bonjour. It's the correct way to say it. There's no other way to say bonjour, is there?
Nines there isn't. I didn't open my phone. Okay, got why. No, that doesn't happen to me. I don't open new browser tabs and forget why. I just like go into the other room and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here? That ever happened to you? Like you think of something and you get up and you're like, oh shit, where'd it go? No, not yet.
No.
Well, this is something you have to look forward to then.
It's all clever stuff. Oh, I like that one. Prevent workplace injury. Let someone else do it. That's good.
Absolutely.
Right.
I've seen signs actually in the workplace that say that.
Paste.
Okay, it was graffiti in the bathroom. Close enough. It's a sign.
This is one that I got a giggle out today. You'll like this one. Good. Dude is just handing himself in for police brutality. He's begging for it, I think.
Give me some of that. Give me some of that. Nothing like a fine black woman in a uniform.
Thomas?
Exactly. That's why we get along so well. Yeah, this is like show, baby. For show. I got my shizzle on my nizzle. Thomas Poe is ready. All greased up and loving to go. Come on.
Jam on.
Yeah. Ooh, boy, that's called old school. Jam on it. I'll go play it. I dare it. Go find it.
Go and find Gemon. Because I know you hate him so much, I've actually deleted most of my back catalogue of that.
No, Jam on It is not from Michael Jackson. It would be from the good old like 80s rap. I don't want to hear no more like Michael Jackson stuff. Like I heard somebody give up a quandary yesterday, like in a joking manner, and they kind of even asked, even today, knowing what you know about Michael Jackson, would it be appropriate to play him at a wedding? I just I lost my shit on that one. I was like, you know what, brilliant. I mean, just the thinking that way is like what I totally approve of. You know what I mean? Like, the facts. Is it appropriate to play it at a wedding? It's actually
one of those, right, that all of the radio stations in the UK all of a sudden stopped playing MJ. All of them. And I have noticed just recently that one of the ones that I listen to during the day, which is like an 80s radio station, and I've noted a couple of tracks suddenly coming back into the playlist, and it's just like, let's see if anyone notices, let's see if anyone complains.
Let's sneak them in the underpants like you used to, yeah. It'll sneak, you try and sneak him back in. I don't know, It's like you were saying also, that just because I'm black, I'm not going to have a statue of O.J. Simpson in my backyard either. Totally appropriate observations, and I approve of that kind of thinking.
There was a thing, and this is a true story. Apparently, O.J. Simpson was being considered to play the role of the Terminator in the Terminator film, and they decided against it. So they basically said no one could see him as a believable murderer of people.
That statement, that statement is hilarious. I don't believe they offered him, but that is very funny. Yeah. Proper way to think. I wouldn't even. If the glove don't fit, you must have quit. That was their anthem, man. And how could like a shrunk up leather glove fit? I've had gloves like that. You got to stretch them out an hour or two before.
Right, I am going to take the show in a completely different direction, and we're going to play some music and shut up for at least 20 minutes. Because that... Oh, squeaky mic again. Because that's what we do. So Agent X is going
Where-
absolutely crazy at the moment on memes.
Yeah, I'll knocking them out though. I love those masks. That's exactly what you should do with them.
There's a poor choice of words whilst Agent X is knocking one out. There's just too many here. I do like anything with Arnold Schwarzenegger in though. You know, and I would advise you not to stop, as is the title track of the song we're playing at the moment. I just realised I forgot to push the microphone button properly, so we probably were horribly distorted then. We probably were like like the old Facebook DJs. But Arnie getting a selfie with that. That's probably the best use of a face mask that I've seen for a little while.
Yeah, but it would be even funnier if like O.J. Simpson was like bombing the photo. You get it?
Yes.
Yeah. That would be a meme. O.J. Simpson in the back area. See that empty space behind it?
And this one keeps coming up quite often as well. That's
Yes.
horrible, to be honest.
But can you imagine?
No.
I can't.
No.
I wouldn't want to.
No, not even a little bit.
I wouldn't even go digging in the garden after that.
Brilliant. So Michael Jackson and Don't Stop in the mix right now, especially from Maz, because he loves MJ. He really does.
Thank you, DJ Joker. Much appreciated. even if you're serious, thank you.
I'm so evil because he can't hear the music. So if you've never watched us before, Maz doesn't hear what I'm playing, so I can play absolutely anything and he won't have a clue. The only time that he knows that I'm doing something is when I send him in the mix, and then he turns off the sound and he goes and listens. But yeah, he has no clue that I managed to drop Jacko into the mix there.
I was sure it was coming because his name came up, and you never forgive me for that one. So here we go, man. Get your just desserts with DJ Joker.
So I've got my disco feel on. That's what's going on at the moment. Yeah. So house remixes of favorite disco tracks like Chic and Good Times. And I may even get We Are Family into the mix, and I may even, if I can find it, might even get Rapper's Delight in there as well. Who knows? Stay tuned and find out.
Town. Not.
DOCs, the Snoop Deal double G's, and the group that said motherfuck the police. Gave you a tank full of dope beats to bump when you stroll through in your hood. And when your album sales wasn't doing too good, who's the doctor they told you to go see? Y'all better listen up closely. All you niggas that said that I turn pop on the first flop, y'all are the reason the Dre ain't been getting no sleep. So fuck y'all, all of y'all. If y'all don't like me, blow me. Y'all are gonna keep fucking around with me and turn me back to the old me. Still the same OG. Still the same OG. Still the same OG. Still the same OG.
Nowadays, everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish. And motherfuckers act like they forgot about Ray.
What do you say to somebody you hate?
So we've gone from Dr. Dre and Eminem and Forgot About Dre through to Le Freak. There you go. Because
That would fit though.
it makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, especially if it was
The banjo bit.
I saw the video a couple of weeks ago. I like to analyze the videos, and they are absolutely awesome, those two idiots together. Actually, I made a mashup with the video in the middle.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Oh no, it's a very, I think it's one of the better ones. Like, not one of my ear bleeds. Well, I mean, you know, I enjoy a certain amount of I don't give a shit.
There was someone
Either that
many
or-
years ago who professed to be a disc jockey, and his idea of being a disc jockey was literally just playing two records at the same time. It sounded abysmal. It sounded like two cats were killing each other, but it didn't matter because as far as he was concerned, he was mixing. But no, he wasn't.
Oh, you gotta know which two records.
No,
You know,
any old
like
record, any old two noise sound sources you can think of, I'll just play them at the same time because eventually the law of averages says that I will get a decent mix eventually.
A room full of monkeys can write the Bible. Yes,
Yep.
the law of averages says that. I can dig it. I'm with it. Like I told you, yeah, hip with the young gun. Yeah, man. Again, I wish I had a recording of that guy called me a fucking dinosaur. He said we actually have a fucking dinosaur, and I was so like, damn, man.
I like the Agent X has run out of memes now. He's literally said I've just run out of memes. I'm not going to lie.
Hey, listen, you know, after that batch of solid fire from the hip, that's quite considerable, and especially I like that Bushy one. There are a couple of really good science ones. I like that Coffee Bong. You know, the old ladies, always funny old lady jokes. You know what I'm saying? Also, the Royal Family, political. John Oliver, always funny, to the point. I give them a rating of like 110 out of 50 for this evening. Especially that police one. That is fucking funny, Joker. That was a good.
Well, we do try. We do
Yeah.
try.
I have to get O.J. Simpson on that Schwarzenegger Terminator photo, though. And knowing you, just saying that should be enough for you to whip out your magical skills one of these days when you have the free time. While learning Francais.
Well, I like this particular one. This is one of my favourites. The plants to create and worship are Lethian lobster god. Now, something I didn't realise, right? But lobsters apparently they shed their shells over time, and that's how they get bigger. You probably know this because you know this kind of stuff. This is new to me. Anyway,
Have them do that. Yeah.
This is
molt.
This is the plan. Lobsters do not stop growing and do not die of old age. They die when they become too large to molt properly.
Yep.
So we are going to take a lobster, help it molt its shell over several generations, and create a Lethian god. Here we will plan our god's birth and rise to divinity. There are these people on the internet, Maz. These are the people you need to be concerned with. They're the ones. They're the ones you have to kind of question. What's going on?
Medication, the wrong kinds of medication, too much free time, not enough work for the poor, needy, and disabled, I would say. Other comments? I think I about covered that one. Yes, lobster god. They're god with some butter cooked in boiling water, screaming. Yes, absolutely delicious. Biggest lobster I ever had was a 5-pound lobster, and I ate 2 of them.
Wow.
That was like that was a meal to not forget. And Dungeness crab is absolutely awesome.
See, I had someone the other day on one of my feeds put up, you know, these restaurants where they say if you can eat our mega meat killing meal, we'll let you have it for free. Otherwise, you've got to pay for it, which is like £45 or something. And it was like a huge rack of ribs, a few burgers, and some onion rings, some chips, and some sweet corn. You know, just general. It was a meal, and I looked at it and thought, I could probably do that in an hour. Might rock up there one day and say, hey, I'm up for this challenge, here's my 45 quid, but don't hold on for it too long.
Film it, I will come and hunt you down. film that. That would be actually something to kind of, you know, I wish I had shit that I could produce that I could do. And it's really, it bums me out. That would be a really cool thing to do, just for shits and giggles factor.
Yeah.
I mean, I would. Let's say, okay, yo, Maz, I'm down. I'd be like, okay, let me load your address in. I'll be over in like however long it fucking took me to get to your house from where I was living. And then we go and throw down. Yeah, I would totally do that. And I would come hungry too, and I would surprise the crap out of everybody. I'm skinny.
Yeah, well, it's the high metabolism, isn't it? In skinny people, which is when I used to be skinny. That's what I used to be like.
Well, I'm not calling it like skinny for skinny's sake. I'm calling it like disability diet. But I can throw down. I can put a good meal down. I mean, yeah, it's surprising how much I can eat in a meal. You know what I mean?
In the background, we're playing James Brown.
James Brown. Atomic Dog, if I'm not mistaken. They have James Brown in it.
It could be. All I've got is AU is the start of the title.
Yeah, I know how little you see, I forget. Sometimes it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, but you, I'm sure you recognize stuff by its sound pattern, so stop messing with me. You know, your title. You don't need titles. We don't need no stinking titles.
Oh yes, this is that song with that particular pattern of beats and music, which is what people have been doing for centuries when they are trying to identify things. Hold on a second. Isn't that Mozart's Fifth? Yes, it is Mozart's Fifth.
Yes, but it's played in D minor or F major. Ah, there's the quandary.
Although it's very different from Mozart's Eighth.
My father would give you an argument on all that stuff. Doesn't he? This shit, like the back of his hand. Like, There are like a lot of musical things that I wanted to do mashups with, and I'm like, geez, I wish I would have remembered what the music was called.
There's a Muppets joke where they say, "Oh, I know this book like the back of my hand," and he goes, "Fine, prove it." He goes, "There's a little mole above the index finger, and then there's 3 hairs on the knuckle of the 3rd finger," and he's like, "No, the book, not your hand, you idiot." But that's a Gonzo and Rizzo the Rat joke. There you go.
Yeah. I love that. Was like part of the best part of the movie. That Fozzie Bear and those 2 idiots in the balcony.
Yes.
Because who cares that a frog wants to fuck a pig? That was like, leave me alone with that stuff. You know what I mean? You want to see that? You go down to 42nd Street. You don't need that crap on TV.
Was it when finally Kermit and Miss Piggy get married, and then the kids come home from school and goes, "Where's Mum?" And it's go, "Well, we're really sorry, but Mum's left me. The good news is there's bacon for tea."
Bacon, right? bacon Betties. What do you call them? The bacon sandwiches in England that they buy off these bacon Betties or
a bacon butty. You're talking about a bacon butty, a good doorstep of white bread, some bacon in there.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm in the red sauce camp, but many people like the brown sauce camp. I have no idea. I would have one of each easy, like not even a question. That's really funny. Actually, we've never had this conversation. Tomato ketchup, you're familiar with. That's a thing for you. Okay, but we have something called brown sauce. Brown sauce is like a ketchup with more things in it, basically, and it's brown.
Would it be good things, or is it like, well, what, we're gonna get colitis or something like that?
It's like spices and fruits and all kinds of stuff, but it's quite spicy.
Like a chutney or something.
Maybe, yeah. Oh, Matt, you're going to have to look up HP brown sauce. That's the thing you need to look up.
I know HP sauce.
Okay, so the brown sauce is one of those things that we have on bacon, and we're like, it is that whenever you can have a bacon roll, bacon patty, whatever it is, and the woman in the greasy spoon will always go, red or brown sauce. It's not do you want sauce? There is no do you want sauce. No, fuck that. You either get red or brown. Yeah.
Options, yeah, options. The key of success, I think. Options. Always, yeah. So the brown would be HP, like a steak sauce.
Yeah.
Like a spicy kind of meaty sauce. And what would the other sauce be then?
That's just tomato.
Oh, just tomato? I would always go for the brown
just tomato, sauce. No tomato. Not tomato.
Yeah, right. Potato. Let's call the whole thing off.
Yeah.
My Fair Lady, if I'm not mistaken.
There are people who say tomato, and there are people who say tomato, and there are those that are right and those that are wrong.
Those that are wrong, just like aluminium. Admitted.
Aluminum.
I did not say that. I said aluminium.
I know. You purposely did the British way on purpose, so I'd have to take the counter argument. It's like watching it's like watching Elmer Fudd and Bugs Bunny with hunting duck season, rabbit season, duck season.
Shoot me later. I want you to shoot me now. That's part of the duck season, rabbit season. I love that.
Yeah, the classics are always the best.
They are. Listen. My kids grew up on that. I mean, I could still even sit down and watch that with Junior. That and some Popeye. I always like the Popeye, especially the olive oil. He has this song, "Sharp Dressed Man," and it'll teach you a lesson about women that you will never forget. So yeah, it's awesome. And she's singing. It's an awesome song. I wish I could mash it up, but it's, clean shaven man. Yeah, olive oil. She even did the voice of Popeye in a couple of episodes. That's how easy Popeye's voice was to do.
Anyone could do it. They just literally walked in off the street. Can you be Poppy today?
If I'm not mistaken, there were like eight or nine different Popeyes throughout all the years, and even Olive Oil did a couple of episodes of that she was Popeye. It's kind of funny, right? And well, I mean, you could hear that there are a couple of different Popeyes by just the different kind of mumblings.
I think we've talked about this before. I think we've talked about the Flintstones and that Barney Rubble suddenly changed voices after the first 10 episodes. He had a very like high pitched voice to start with, and then then evolved in, I think, well, they changed voice actors, and that's where you have the hello, how are you? It sounded more like Yogi Bear then. I want a picnic basket. Hey Fred. It's the same voice. I'm sorry, it just is. It's
could be, man. This is the whole funny thing. I used to play a game. It had a very well-known Englishman's voice in it. He does a lot of audio stuff, but he did this on the dramatic side, and I played the game and I recognized the voice, a dungeon keeper.
okay.
And then I saw a series, and he did the narration of the series. I'm like, holy shit, that absolutely just like blew my freaking mind. He's like, he is absolutely so awesome at what he does. So, yeah.
That's the job I would like. There we go.
He had like a little bit to say in it. I'm like, oh my god, I recognize that voice because I'm good at stuff like that. And then go find it. Yeah, Dungeon Keeper. Who did that? Who was the menacing voice from above? You know, how do you find out? You know, the show's over. He didn't get any credit. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I know.
A welcome intervention from Maz's cat then.
Yes. Poor cat though.
Do you know, it's funny. I'm looking at my meme source at the moment, and I'm
meme well. Have you gone to the meme well?
And I'm kind of sticking up the odd one that I'm allowed to put up, because there's even stuff here that, even from a risky point of view, I don't want to share some of these things.
Oh man, like please, it's Discord. Like, what are they gonna do? Come and say,
hey, I've got standards, okay?
Oh, you person, that's something else. But I say, if you think it's funny and it's offensive, it's absolutely appropriate. Sorry to tell you, you know, we live in that kind of world. I would much have the truth than something appropriate.
You'll appreciate this. This is a picture of the BBC soundstage from 1927. You can see there's people making bits, but it's literally there's literally a guy with a gun there. I mean, this is back when the BBC were interesting. Love the guy, hold the guy.
Their own work.
But basically, he's there to kill anyone who tries making any of the forbidden sound effects.
That's when censored. Bang! You can't make that noise. I'm sure there's a Monty Python sketch there somewhere.
There's gotta be. I love the guy. In fact, there's a guy in that picture actually with a cigarette hanging out of his mouth as well. Definitely different times.
That was everybody smoked back then.
Yeah.
Actually, the joke of the Monty Python would be the horseshoes with the coconuts. There you go.
Yep. That's true. Yeah. That's the very opening of the show.
Yep. Coconuts, man.
Although I think I've told you before, I've got the audio of that from the original album, the vinyl album. They did a comedic album, and it starts up with them all going to the cinema for the premiere of it, and then they show, or you don't see anything. Obviously, you hear the horses, or what you perceive horses, and then the whole theatre just starts laughing, but he never explains the joke. So the commentating is, that it really is funny. That's an amazing visual joke. Everyone here is finding that so funny right now, and the whole cinema is erupted in amazing laughter. It's just one of those really well written things, you know. Yeah.
Hilarious. Always hilarious. Anytime I see a coconut, that's what I start.
That's the first thing you think of.
Quest. I swear to God, it's like, geez, I have a coconut in my kitchen. It's a good luck coconut, and it's on a quest. It's gonna be on a quest for a new kitchen.
It's being flown around by an African swallow.
Might be. You never know. They're coming to visit. Either that or leaving soon. But I talked to Access. He had to put on a jacket to go outside. It's that chilly where he is. I'm like, you're kidding, man. It's still summer here.
The temperature here has dropped dramatically. We're into heating stage and everything.
It's kind of funny because outside it's cool, but the passage of air through the house ain't that great. I still got the AC running.
Really? Wow.
But it is nice outside, I must say. If I had a big ducted fan like I used to, you could bring a lot of air in the house. In the winter, it blows through here like nobody's business. But in the winter, it gets really windy. That's one thing. But now, yeah, nice weather to have a barbecue. I might do grilled fish next week. Or
nice.
That would be a good idea.
Nice. Actually, I should, just as the show is closing out, I should share with you the latest hand-me-down that I got from a friend of mine who was selling his pizza oven, which doubles up as
a pizza oven.
It doubles up as a what's it called? A barbecue grill as well. So in this last week, I've had pizza, wood-fired pizza, and had some sausages and things yesterday, which was I just love barbecue food. What's wrong with me? See, I'm just
nothing, absolutely nothing. You're supposed to. It's okay. It's okay. If your psychologist hasn't told you, it's okay. You're supposed to like meat. Yes, it's good, especially barbecued and grilled on a fire in an oven. Yes, that's good.
Definitely how it should be done.
You need to try like rice and spiced stuffed chicken roasted in that oven and turned around a couple of times. I will tell you, you've never eaten anything better than that.
That's certainly something to consider. I do like chicken and I do like spice.
I mean, it's really good, you know.
And he who controls the spice controls the universe.
Yes, there you go. Chicken and spice. I could have said spices, but that wouldn't have been, it would have been like, no reference to past shows.
Well, we will have to start calling you Colonel, won't we, if we have different spice.
Chicken Sanders.
Yeah. Miss Sanders? Yeah.
Yeah. Miss Sanders. Sure, man.
Now I know what the K stands for in Copy Me.
Copy me, yeah, right? Fried chicken. Kentucky.
Finger licking.
But we lick other things in my country. Like ice cream.
There is something I have to find and send to you, and I keep meaning to do it, and I keep forgetting. There is a... Remember we did the challenge of the week where you had to put all of the states into the United States? And,
yeah.
Well, I found one where someone has basically crammed them all in, but in the wrong places, but it still fits. And it's the funniest thing. It's like New York's right in the middle of America. And Florida's up by Canada. Brilliant.
The best way to make a puzzle, I swear to God. Yeah. Make them fit.
Yeah.
Why not? It's it's a way of thinking. And it's not even a hammer. It's called skill.
There we go.
Forethought.
I've just found your spirit child online. There you go.
Mine was more Damien looking, but okay. I never professed to be a stoner. Just I'm like an extreme marijuana aficionado. But stoner, far from it.
But I do like the whole name every stone. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. I think you're kind of amazed that smoking as much as I do that I'm as coherent as I am.
I just nod and say yes a lot.
Oh, stop it. Get it.
No, watch. Ready? This is how I can look someone dead in the eye and not have a clue what you're talking about. You ready?
You just hear Gaelic. That's all you're listening to.
Yeah.
I love me. I don't love you.
Oh. That's so interesting. Tell me more.
No. You remind me of somebody I know. Stop it. Even with the earphones on, I swear to God, man. Same fucking attitude, I'm telling you, man.
Well, it's something that I've noticed quite recently, okay? So we've talked about Zoom meetings. We've got 3 minutes left of the show, everyone. But Zoom meetings,
wow.
everyone these days on Zoom meetings now, everyone's turned into bloody nodding dogs. You can be on, and you'll just see everyone doing this. And it's like, I don't know what they're listening to, but it's not very hardcore, because obviously I'd be expecting a lot more movement in the neck. If it's, you know, but I watched quite a high level presentation with some people talking about all kinds of boring stuff. And it was, so the trade price index at the moment is 18.3 billion. But of course, if we're able to extrapolate these costs into something a little bit more tangible with the assets we've already got.
God, stop it.
Anyway, so
Who is this? Who is this?
And these other people.
What kind of language?
And these other people in the room, I kid you not, they're just like this. And I'm thinking, either you really understand this stuff, or, like me, you haven't got a bloody clue, but you're hoping that if you nod your head, no one's going to ask you any follow-up questions. So everyone in the room's just doing this, hoping that they don't go, what do you think, Joker? Yes.
Green button. Green button. Green button. I wasn't paying attention.
Well, I think
you should actually record that and put that to music, because I think you would do like something extremely funny like that. 20 seconds and just put a beat behind it. It would be absolutely hilarious.
Exactly. Well, I think we've managed to close out into the end of the show. We've probably talked more in this show than we have in any other show. So if somebody's taken us down for copyright violations, to you.
Yeah, they have her. I'll tell you soon enough.
I was good.
Yeah.
Well, we've taken you down because that man sounds exactly like that man who was on last week. So we've decided we may own him.
I did an edit, I swear to God, of a show, and there's like there's music going on, but it's like almost non-stop talking. It's like almost non-stop, and I got 2 violations on that. Ridiculous. Yeah.
Don't take away my breakaway. How dare you violate our rights. Anyway, 9 p.m. So, guys, thanks for tuning in. It's great to have you on board, as always. Hopefully you've been bored shitless this evening. And next week we'll try a little bit harder, but not much, but just a little bit. That's all I can say.
Amen, DJ Joker.
Yeah, thanks for being on board, Maz. We will catch you all next week.
Can't see your